Well, here's my work for today. Got to get all those weeds out. This is my little urban garden in my townhouse. I cut this forsythia way back because it was just shading too much. And here's my tomato cage mess. And these are all weeds. They all have to come out. I gather rainwater here. But it's looking, I need to put some screen on top of that. And my, I can't remember what it is, pineapple sage and lemon verbena are coming around pretty well. They've grown quite a bit. These are my herbs. Dill. I've got parsley, dill, rosemary in here. And then these are coming along real well too. All my different herbs. They're liking all this rain. But what I'm going to try this year is to trim these back. Usually I let them grow really big, but this year I'm going to try and keep these trimmed back and small so they get more bushy rather than tall. I've got curry over here. I've got a mint here, Corsica mint I think it is. It's really pungent. And I always like to stick a couple of flowers in. I've got petunias and begonias. And back there, I've got a New Guinean patience. I've got tarragon here. And that's one plant. This needs to be trimmed back. Sorry about that. I've got a basil in here. And thyme right here. So those are my herbs coming along nicely. I've got some chives, more basil, garlic chives, basil and chives, and what is this? Oh, this is lemonade thyme. Smells like lemonade. And more petunias, and this is oregano, Italian, and this one over here is spicy orange thyme. It smells like orange. I just love the smell of some of these things. So those are coming along very nicely. And over here I've noticed next to this Japanese maple here, a little red bud planted itself, so I'm leaving that there. I've got a lily coming up there, and all this green stuff, it looks pretty, this little leaf green stuff, but that's actually a weed too. And I've got lots of strawberry plants blooming. So that's that part of the garden. And I'll be back after I plant my vegetables. So this was what it looks like before, and I'll show you what it looks like after. I finally got my vegetables all planted, yay! So in this box I have snap peas along the fence there. They haven't come up yet. These are peppers, and these are leeks and marigolds. Over here I planted cucumbers, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. And then I sprinkled around some radish seeds here. And along here I have peas along the fence. I tried to put all climbers around the fence so that it's going to provide privacy when it all grows in. So over on this one, I have a couple of red cabbages and a broccoli, and of course marigolds. And along the fence there, I planted pole beans, and in front of that I have a couple bush beans that haven't come up yet. Now in this one, I have planted all seeds. I have the marigolds. I planted black beans back there, a couple rows of kale, and a small row of radishes in there. So they should be coming up in a couple weeks. Over in this one, I have some squash and some eggplant. Then I planted some, what did I plant there? I have to make the labels yet. I planted chard, a couple rows of chard there, and spinach. It hasn't come up yet either. I didn't plant any marigolds in the corner pots. And in this one, of course, the marigolds again, and this is all going to be bok choy. And then back here, I planted a couple rows or a row of corn, sweet corn. So anyway, we'll see how this all turns out. And I still have my handy dandy chart of where everything is that I plan to use next year. And hopefully I'll get some veggies out of this year. But anyway, it's finally planted and done. Now I need to go plant some, I'm going to plant some parsley and carrots in with the tomatoes. Apparently they like each other. And so I'm going to go plant those and my impatiens.